Hello, my name is Willie Easter Jr., and this is Easter Datagram Family Books coming at you. Peace. A while back, in a previous video, I said that 2015 was a good year, and 2016 will be a greater year. Here we are, May 1, 2016, and so far, it's going good. I recently reinstated my book entitled Dawn and the Rage to the Dragon People, and I made a few changes. I'll show it to you now. Now, if you actually can remember my first book, entitled Dawn and the Rage to the Dragon People, go ahead here. The cover of it. Dawn and the Rage to the Dragon People. And you notice on the cover of this book, I had just the last part of my name, Easter Jr. That's just a test jacket right there. Before I thought I'd put the cover. But when I went back and got my book reinstated, I wanted to make a few changes. And now I got the new version of the book. Got a copy of it. I'm open this up. I got my own messages again. Disregard that right now. And cover my new book, which is still Dawn and the Rage to the Dragon People. But as you can see, I got my whole name wrote out, Willie Easter Jr. That way my book will be more easy to find when you type it in on Google. And you'll find my book on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and other vendors. It's also coming to Kindle real soon now. I want this book to sell. For many reasons. I mean, I think it's a very good read. I had to sit down and take my time and read it, not as a writer, but as a reader. I had to forget about the point that I wrote the book. It's sometimes hard to do, but it can be done. I had to sit down and read it from a reader's point of view. I said, this is a very good book. I think it will make a great movie if you get people actually interested in it, movie studios interested in it. And for a change, tell a sci-fi from a different perspective. Not always from our so-called Caucasian counterparts or perspective, but someone else's perspective. And I think it'll be a great move to do. And the book took me about a year to write. Now you have to notice this is Dawn and the Rage to the Dragon People. It's the second part of the first. The first book entitled Dawn and the New Age, and it was an e-book. At the time it was published, it was First Books Library, and they've changed the name to Author House. So you also find my book at the Author House store too. And I want this book to sell because I think it's a good story, and I think if you actually purchase this book, you would find it a very good read for people who enjoy science fiction. Now, don't let the dragon on the cover of the book fool you, because it's not about dragons and wizards and stuff like that. It's got a hint of reality in it, but the story is being told in a sci-fi type setting in order to get the story relayed better. Because I am a science fiction fan, and I do like science fiction novels and sci-fi movies. But wouldn't it be good to see something that's new and fresh, from a different perspective, instead of always the same old ones making it, and the movie's basically telling the same story, even though different people writing it, they're telling the same story. But I think it would be good, like I said, to write for readers and viewers, if it ever became a movie, to see something from a different perspective. You know, not always, I'm not trying to sound prejudiced, not always from the white guy's perspective. I don't consider my thoughts and things being black. My thoughts and the way I think, the way I move and the way I react is human perspective. But other people want to label it black and white. So I have to relate it to you in that respect. So without sounding biased or prejudiced towards anyone, I think Dawn and the Rage will make a very good read for those who are really into sci-fi and science fiction. And the book was originally published in 2004. Matter of fact, it was around May of 2004 when it was originally published, almost 12 years ago. And now here we are in 2016, and the book has been reinstated at Author House, and you also find it on Amazon.com. Just go to books and type in Domino Age 2, and it'll come up, and you see the cover of my book. Got right in my hand. You see the cover of it, Domino Age 2 Dragon People, by Willie Easter Jr. That's me. And I think you'll really enjoy this book, because I want this book to sell. I mean, someday I want it to be in theaters, so people can see it on the big screen. But if you're still a person like me that enjoy to read, and I really enjoy reading, I think you also enjoy the read part of it. Um, so again, I'm promoting my book, Dawn on the Way to the Dragon People. And if you're interested in sci-fi, science fiction, and fantasy, I think you will enjoy my book. And I hope that you can take the time to go on the internet, go to either Barnes and Nobles or Amazon.com or Author House. Go to their website, order the book. It's not very expensive. If you go through, I think it's $9 and some change. Uh, but go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed, because I think science fiction should take a new turn, a new direction, and let voices from a different perspective tell a story. Instead of always been the same ones, telling the same story again and again and again, and it's always the same ending, and sometimes you're disappointed. But again, my story is based on reality, but it's put in a sci-fi type setting. I want to use that to my advantage uh, and tell a story, and I think you would enjoy it. Again, my book is entitled Domino Age to the Dragon People. It's the cover of the book. I'm trying to get my lighting just right so you can actually see the cover. There we go. Domino Age to the Dragon People by Willie Easter Jr. Again, it's available at Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble, and at Author House, my original publisher of the book, and they approved my request to get it reinstated, and it's available again. I mean, it was down for just a brief time, but I kept saying, try one more time, and then never give up. And maybe a new generation of readers and a new generation of people who want to see something different from a different perspective, not always the same perspective all the time, but give others a chance to tell their story. You know, not always the same one, banking on a movie's name and a movie's past to get more success, and you end up being disappointed. I mean, there's a lot of sequels being made again and again and again, especially not these days. And like when you're in this industry, especially a writer, it's hard to get your screenplays and your books out there to be noticed by an audience when it's bombarded by the same movie and the same books again and again, and that's basically what people gravitate towards, the same thing. But I'm someone who believes in taking a chance, taking a risk. So I want to put my book out there, Dominate Truth Dragon People, and hopefully it get its turn too. Thanks for listening. My name is Willie Easter Jr., and this is Easter Dead of Dream Films and Books. Peace. And like I said, 2016 is going to be a great year. I got some more news that I want to share with you, but I'll wait till that come to pass, and then I'll make some more videos. And the reason why I haven't been putting a lot of videos up lately, a lot of changes is making. A lot of changes is coming to pass. And like I said, a lot of changes that I'm making. And in order to enjoy those changes and catch up with those changes, you have to change your mindset. You have to get a brand new mindset. Because you could have a business mindset, you could be able to communicate well with people, and I'm taking a chance and a risk that my book will be successful. Because I want it to be. I put a lot into it. And I think a person who works honestly and righteously towards a thing, he should get an opportunity. And it shouldn't be just thrown in the garbage can or thrown aside and ignored simply because big industry and business wants something that sells billions and billions of dollars real fast. And the ones who basically don't have the name yet, notice I use the word yet, go unnoticed. So check out my book, Don't Know Each Other Dragon People. You'll find it on Amazon.com, Barnes& and Nobles, Author House, and many other vendors that Author House uses. Peace.